very last thing after the Q&A that we hope you stay for. But here's a little caveat to Q&A to give you a little motivation to come and ask questions. If you ask us a question, we see this giant pile of artwork right here. You are free to take one piece of art if you ask us a question. So.
Can I have a poster?
What you just saw.
It's like the genie in the lamp thing. She took the loophole, so
yeah,
but no one else gets that loophole.
No, that's the one time only deal.
Bernstein.
Let's go with Bernstein. He doesn't get a poster though. He's
no, I don't need a poster. No, my question is for JHaller. What percentage of your animation is done while you're at work?
So the funny thing about my job is there's a point of my job where I have nothing to do for 2 to 3 hours, and so while I was on my break at work, I was working on this, and quite frankly, we wouldn't have gotten the whole thing done by our deadline if I was not working on it during my job. So I technically was being paid to work on it for something else. Yeah, go cushy job. So I did treat this like a second job. I worked like 8 hours a day on this, as well as 8 hours a day on my normal full-time job. So yeah, sometimes.
You've been patient.
Yes.
On the credit of the Pony Anthology 3, it said Adequate 95.
Yes.
Is he here today? Or?
No, he is not.
I know him from chat.
Yeah.
It's all the way up on the other coast of the U.S., so it's hard to get here.
I didn't know he was working on this.
Yeah.
Come here.
Come here.
Maybe,
And that pile there, too.
Yeah, there's a pile over there. So no, not for you. Shh.
You.
How much space on your hard drive do you think this whole project took up?
Like what, 30 to 40 gigs of total video space at one point?
Well, yeah, I'm nowhere near the kind of editing that these guys do because they were like handling the whole project just for my stuff. I cleared out my cache on Premiere and After Effects the other day, and it was about 250 gigabytes.
Well, that's just a cache, yeah. We got there, it's compressed down and everything, and it was still a gigantic amount.
What's your top 3 favorite clips
To work on?
Yeah.
Oh, so like the ones that we personally worked on? Top 3. I like the Skyrim one that I worked on. I liked the M.R. Larson one. I'm just trying to think of the ones that I did do.
Can't remember those shorts.
And then I guess the Shooby-Doo.
My favorite one was the M.A. Larson meeting pops in and says Twilight's dead. That was my favorite one to work on, although I have a distinct hate for Mitch's hair now because it moved every single frame and it just would not stop.
We used to film that at Bronyvids in 2013.
Yeah, that was fun. Second one would be, I like the Persona 4 parody, because that was the first short I made. That was just like me and Snidia. And I also like the Ferris Bueller one. Come up here and browse. Okay, you sit right there. Yes, sir.
Do I not get to talk about my favorite shorts?
No. Sorry, I forgot you. You're so quiet over there.
I know.
1 second.
So my favorite probably would have been working on the Doom Forecast, which was the freakest one. I also enjoyed the Akira short, which was a lot of work, but that was tons of fun. And then just the really, really short Ghost Ride one as well.
Sorry, you're on.
Where does the inspiration come from for each of the scenes you do?
That's like from the crazy depths of our minds.
Well, I was gonna say copious amounts of hallucinogens, but I mean,
that's part of it. I mean, the real answer is just we make whatever we like, So we all have our distinct things that we really, He did a lot of Freakazoid stuff, and like more early '90s or late 1000 cartoons, and for example. So it's just we mostly just make what we like and just put our own spin on it. It's typically how it works.
Most of the time after we watch an episode too, like I think we've been working on this so long, we immediately think, oh, I can make a short of that. Like, So sometimes the show itself just presents inspiration to us.
What's your favorite part of working on the project for all three of you?
Well, probably the community team members, and we have Skype chats almost every day where we're just bouncing ideas off of each other and really doing a collaborative effort with one another and just bonding a lot more with friendships. I mean, I remember on the first anthology that I worked on, which is Anthology 2, I didn't know about 80% of the team, like personally, but after that, and after we had met up at the con, I mean, we were great friends, and I mean, I still consider them friends to this day. So.
Same answer, pretty much for me too.
Yeah, when we're in the thick of the project, we're usually in a call every night. Like those of us who work come home and then we get in a call and we start working on the videos. And the community is great not only because you get some great friends, but also because like these guys know a ton. I'm kind of an amateur editor, but I can get so much knowledge from these
You
guys.
give us too much credit, you really do.
Yeah.
Alright. You sir in the back, right there, yes. You, yes.
Can we expect the Ponies The Anthology 4, or is that?
I knew that was coming. I knew it. So, expect the release of Anthology. Expect the release of Anthology for 5th quarter 2017. Mark your calendar. We can't give you a reliable answer this time. That's all we can really say. But you can come up here. What's up for yourself? Ask Ketchup.
Too close together.
Well, just a really passionate interest in creating a story and more or less getting to put your own spin on footage that you've either shot or people have shot, and then you get to just more or less create a story, and you can, influence a lot about how it flows. I mean, if you look at how music influences a lot of video and how you can make a story more or less go a certain way. That's why I saw video editing as more or less a way to create your own story.
Side note, when did you put that beard on? Because I didn't even see you put it on.
You never took it off.
Old man Beavis.
You never took it off.
That's true. He grew it during the course of the video. So yeah, what got me into video editing was just basically asking the question, I wonder if I can do this. I literally just saw other people making videos and I'm like, that looks interesting, let's see if I can do it. And I tried and it just kept snowballing from there, just learning new things in every video. So that's how it works. It's to the point we're at now.
I just got into it because I wanted to make a joke. Like literally one joke. I wanted to pony up the famous Shatner yell from BABScon. And I put that up on a YouTube channel. And then I realized I have a YouTube channel now. So what am I going to do with that?
David.
First of all, nice hat. Second of all,
I hate it.
of course. Out of all of the, I know you guys have worked on some of the previous anthology projects. Out of all of the other anthologies, including this one, what is your personal favorite clip? Not saying to be yours, just your favorite. If you had to.
That's very tough.
I'm gonna go with
So tough.
Opera Deck from the Ponies The Anthology.
Yeah.
I had no clue that had been put in until after I had actually seen it at the con. I had never seen, I guess I had seen the video once, but I completely forgot about it. And then when I saw it on stage, it was just like, oh my god, this is so hilarious! I can't believe this went in. And my personal favorite one that I made was it was in Ponies The Anthology 2. I did like a snow speeder one with Pinky, and she gets the rebel snow speeder that trips her up and she falls down. I found that one hilarious.
I think my favorite out of all of the anthologies was the community rap from Anthology 2. Definitely excellent.
I literally can't even right now.
Hey Dave, come up here and get your art.
Wilson said, I have to say I had a soft spot. I have a real soft spot for the Andy Kaufman short, and if you know which one that is, I love you so much right now. Because when it was Jake Wyman made that one, and he said, "Jay, do you know who Andy Kaufman is?" I was like, "If you're doing what I think you're doing, yes, all my yes, do it now, just yes." And so I had a soft spot for that one, pretty much. Yeah. AV guy, you've been here for a while. What?
Everything's good here.
Awesome.
I'm wondering about M.A. Larson's reaction.
To which part?
Oh.
All of it. You guys had several clips in there.
Yeah, no. So
this comes out. Does M.A. Larson have a reaction?
He said that his reaction was the C&D will be in the mail shortly. I talked to him actually last night. I actually had a chance to talk with him, and I asked him, has that caused any trouble for you? He's like, no. People ask me about it all the time, and people often think because we did like 4 different M.A. Larson things, like we must hate him or something for putting wings on Twilight. We love that guy. Larson is awesome. I cannot.
Yeah.
And the fact that he was even in the last short, it's like, he agreed to help us out. How can I say anything bad about that dude?
He was able to escape his handler.
She
says I can't do it. But
some covert action at Bronyvids. We had to sneak him along the hallway and get him. Jesus. Yeah. We love that. 3 more. And then we have to do our special thing at the very end. I mean, that's a little time sensitive, so okay. So 3 more questions. I don't want to choose.
How long does it take to make one anthology video?
Just one of the shorts.
No, like the entire video.
Okay. This one took 9 months total to make. The one before it took about 10 months. So it really is just, it depends on how much work we put into it, how much time we want to spend.
It's about 7 months of procrastinating and 1 month of panicked editing.
Yeah, that's not really you in the back, the very back, you in the ears, you.
Hey. So the anthology being like a collaborative project, and there's like a lot of specific and obscure references in it, and I love that because it's hilarious. I'm wondering, are there like submissions that are like put in and then like you don't even know what they are because they're like really obscure references?
Yeah, sometimes. We kind of have to backtrack and, obviously the people who make it obviously explain the joke, and even if you don't get the references, sometimes you can still find it funny or entertaining in some way, so, but yeah, oftentimes like we're backtracking and like, where did you get this from, or where's the audio from? Yeah, that happens quite often, actually.
And one thing I'm going to mention is that the people that worked on it and the people who worked on Anthology 1, for the most part, were just people from AMV Hell and that community and the AMV community, so that's why you'll see a lot of the anime references in there, and some people are like, I don't watch it.
We're also older, and we do older jokes that maybe some of the younger folks might not get sometimes too, but we don't care, we just do it for ourselves, we must do that. Damn kids, old man.
What kind of programs do you guys use to make your stuff?
Shut up. Worst question.
Microsoft Paint and Word and Excel.
Yeah!
You don't understand the type of loopholes we have to jump through to get it all together with that stuff.
Yeah, but in all honesty, I guess typical programs are like Sony Vegas, Premiere, and After Effects. So like the Adobe Suite stuff is really good for just, you can Photoshop things, throw that in After Effects, then go into Premiere, get the final render. I mean, there's lots of little ways you can jump around and get what you want out of the video.
I think for a while I was working in and Jake was working in Final Cut Pro, but I think we both actually migrated to Premiere because it's actually a lot easier to interface with After Effects, and you spend a lot of time in After Effects.
Yeah, Sony Vegas and After Effects for me too. Alright, last question. Who's gonna be? Who wants it the most? I don't know.
You.
You already chose.
Yeah, you had it.
A lot about comedy is pacing, and so you're working with a lot of people. How do you organize pacing for such a large group?
It's very difficult.
Yeah, I think it's a screening process where it comes down to, the thing too is that, there's some jokes that fly over people's heads and we're going to realize that, but then there's the people who will get it and they'll love of it, and we kind of want to make it. There are gems within there, and there's going to be points where you're just not going to get it, or you're just going to see it as not that funny. But to some people, it will be. So we're trying to make it a video that everyone can enjoy in some way or shape or form. So with pacing, we kind of run it past a lot of the people working on the project. So does this work? Does this seem like something that could go in here?
And even so, like we put a lot of work into that. I'm still not satisfied with the pick. I was the primary person who worked on it. Still not satisfied because it's just such a large pool of things you have to work with. It's just there's tons of combinations that you have to try to work with. And at the end of the day, when you're working against a deadline too, you just kind of have to just say, okay, whatever, just put it there. I don't care anymore. But yeah, it's just I'm not satisfied with that either way.
I mean, Haller put in a ton of work on that specific thing because when you're thinking about, I mean, you can have a long video or a short video even, something that gets a huge reaction. If you put that up against a short video, then the audience is laughing and misses the next one entirely. So you have to be cognizant of that kind of stuff. And I'm fortunate that I didn't have to think about any of that, but I thank Haller for doing an immense amount of work there.
Okay. Well,
that was the last question. You want to? Sorry. Yeah, if you want to come up and get some art, and then whatever. We're getting rid of the rest of this. So don't kill each other. I don't care if you want to get this.
Yeah. Just
seriously, just
come on. Not all at once.
No, I'm sorry. Just don't kill each other. Just like I said. Sorry, guys, if you don't make it, but just pick something if you want something. But we have one last thing we wanted to give you guys. We had a really smart idea. Really smart idea. This actually involves some audience participation. So he's interrupting. We want you to just shout out an episode that you want us to review.
Hurricane Fluttershy.
Hurricane Fluttershy is what I heard. That's not a thing. Not in my world, sir. I hate the Breezy's episode.
Lesson 0.
Lesson 0. Okay, we got lesson 0, Hurricane Fluttershy, Breezy's.
I'm gonna do lesson 0.
Are we doing individuals?
No, I think we should do all lesson 0. Maybe.
All of us working on one.
Okay, you're gonna chicken out on this? I mean,
okay, that's fine. So,
so first question I want to ask everyone is, how many of you seen the show Hot Pepper Gaming on YouTube? You know what that is? You guys, some of you do?
Yeah, friend of mine works on it.
Okay, so we're gonna kind of do a twist on that, and instead of reviewing a game, we're gonna review an episode. And with us, we have some habanero peppers.
Yes! I don't know how many Scola units they are or something. But
that's about 100,000 to 300,000 Scola units for jalapenos. We couldn't find ghost peppers, and we didn't want to die.
Sorry, the Safeway did not have ghost peppers. The local Safeway was.
You got this.
You got to go.
Yeah, and so the trick is that we cannot do anything to make this better for ourselves.
Can I have one?
Yeah, if you want one after we're done, you can. Yeah.
It's a good size one, right?
I don't know. Does the size matter? All right. So lesson. Oh. Hey. Don't. So it's lesson 0, right? That we're doing.
Yeah, wait. We have bread, right?
We have bread.
We didn't get the milk.
We have to hold for bread. That's not gonna help us. Whatever.
Why would you?
No, we have a time limit. We gotta go. So, oh Jesus Christ. Yeah, we're doing that.
Yeah. Because we're gonna eat the whole.
You're not getting a poster for that question.
There is no saving.
Okay. 3, 2, we're dead.
What about the stem?
Swallow it.
Did Snivian get a pepper?
I eat chicken hot.
Oh my god, I just bit on Satan's toe. Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah.
So,
that water ain't helping back there.
Lesson 0 is it's an episode about Twilight and how
My ears are.
Oh, she's getting really worried that that she's running out of enough problems for to write to Celestia about.
And
So
so she tries to go breathing first.
She tries to create problems for her friends
At some point, you're gonna have to figure that out.
and fails.
Yeah.
My eyes are watering so bad.
So she talks to her friends, and she finds out that she can't solve any of the problems. And learn a lesson. I mean,
I can't even.
Can we have some? Yes.
And
So, I'm curious.
and then she gets sent to the moon by Celestia when she screws it all up.